Up here in Timbuktu, about 55 miles up from the border. Oh, with some good friends, we're going through this wash, looking for supplies and intel, seeing if this is used for any kind of distribution or what's going on here. Everybody else is way ahead of me. They are kicking my ass. They're from Arizona, so it's the middle of the day, and it is hotter than the hubs. God bless them. So I've sat down. It's been busy out here. Last night, a 13-year-old girl, a 7-year-old boy, and a 22-year-old pregnant girl came through the border as Lewis was yelling for me to come down there. I heard men laughing and running in the other direction, probably trying to find another breach in the wall. Since their decoys were keeping us busy, they could come through in a different area. There's not enough of us to cover both, so our most important focus is the children. Make sure they're safe, find out who they are, where they're going, and make sure their end result is a safe place and not slavery and trafficking, which most likely it is. Once you're with the cartel, you stay with the cartel. These girls seem to be okay. So we do the best that we can with the few people that we have to protect the kids. Number one's always the kids. You know, you may think it's like we're doing nothing down here. Maybe just helping one child at a time, but sometimes we're the only ministering angels they get on their way to where they're going, and usually where they're going ain't good. I've seen the look in children's eyes that I don't even know what they went through on the way here. I've heard stories. I can imagine enough. I suppose mama's eyes, what they went through to protect their kids on the way here, and they're very careful to say what the cartel tells them to say. So we find other ways to make sure their end result is in a safe place. We pray with them, and we pray for them after, and you know, God's large and in charge. This may all be bigger than me, but He's got a plan, and it's one person at a time, because every soul matters. These kids matter. They got, even the facilities they're taken to, they're raped at. There's nowhere safe. We've called every government person we can call to when we find out these kids are going to a trafficking house, and they refuse to be involved. As a matter of fact, they drop the kids right off there, which tells me they are involved, but not to protect the children. And many of these sponsors are, when we get a hold of them, they're men, and they get, I don't know. God's called us all to do something. God's called us all to be where we're supposed to be, and we don't question Him and say, well, where am I going to matter there when it's so overwhelmed and terrible? And He just says to me, He says, daughter, just go and be my hands and my feet for these, my babies. He doesn't like this. He didn't set this up. He didn't okay this. This is humanity. This is evil. This is greed and power. And the innocent ones are getting hurt. These women and children coming up to America are looking for a